Hi guys, how are we doing? It's been a minute. It's been a minute, and today is a story time, a storytelling day. It's about the story of what happened to me in Abofu when I found Holmes. So Holmes' name used to be Blessed before I changed it into Holmes. Before I start this conversation with you, this storytelling time with you, I want you to know that it's been raining heavily these days. There've been thunder, there've been lightning, there've been crazy rains. As I am speaking to you right now, it's drizzling. So whatever the case is, whatever happens, we might move into the car if the rain comes. Yeah. As you can see from behind me, I washed everything. So basically, as you may know me, sometimes I let go. I'm a clean freak. I'm a germophobia. But there are times I let go. Because I'm hardworking and I like to clean, I like to do everything on my own. I don't mind leaving things, and then when I come back, I fixed everything. So basically that's what has been happening. I left everything in the rain. The rain, even my bed is right now in the rain. I washed it with a brush. With a brush, guys. That's how dirty and dusty there was sun. Because when it rains heavy, that's the sun goes on it. So I had to wash it. So yeah, that's for your information. So let me start from after the accident when I moved in with Giuseppe. So when I moved in with Giuseppe, um, Elizabeth came to visit me. So when she came to visit me, no, it wasn't even when she came to visit me, we didn't talk about anything. She cooked, we ate, we went by the pool, and then we didn't even talk about homes. But then when I was at Giuseppe's place after the accident, after Tad had told me he will fix the car, after me constantly telling Tad I need the car to be fixed, we can go on agreement, and if he fixed the car, he can use it for both and take out the debt, or he can use it for himself and pay me the 500 cedis as the agreement that he and the wife did when they came to Ghana. After all that, and he kept telling me he will fix the car, I shouldn't worry. In my mind, I thought the car was with him because the day of the accident, I called him first because when I was on top of the mountain, he kept calling me that he would come over there, but he never showed up. So we were still in communication when I had the accident. So at that time, I had those small phones, no internet, no nothing. So that's what I called him on. And then the towing car came, and then I called Elizabeth. Elizabeth too sent Mitch to come. So Mitch came, and then Mitch towing car had hooked the car already. Because guys, I told you I was partially living in my car, so my things were in the car at the trunk, somewhere inside, just like the way I've packed, decorated it beautifully, but they were in the trunk. So when Mitch came, he brought everything out, moved it into his car, and then I even left like my backpack. My peddy pack. I had like a pack with my jewelries and some stuff inside. I even left it in the car, so now I can't find it. And my soap. I left those stuff in the car. So Mitch was the one who hooked it, and then I told him that no, I just met you, and the relationship between Elizabeth and I wasn't so good. So I won't let you fix the car for me. So I'm giving it to Tad. So the whole time I thought the car was with Tad. The whole time. And every time I was texting Tad, Tad would assure me and make me believe that the car was with him. This is what happened. So when I was at Giuseppe's place, Elizabeth called me that there've been a mechanic calling constantly that I should come for my car. Yes, that's what Elizabeth called and told me. She called me like 2 or 3 times to tell me this story that there've been a mechanic calling that I should come for my car, or if I want to fix the car, I should come and then fix the car. This is what I was told. So every time she would tell me this, I don't know if my phones, guys, I lost all phones, I lost all evidence, I don't have any proof. But every time she would tell me this, I will go back and text her. Every single time she would tell me this, I'll go back and text her that Tad, my car, can you fix it for me? Then I'll tell Gusepe too that I need my car, but my car is with Tad, and Tad promised to fix it for me. But it seems every time that I talk to him, every time that I tell him, he keeps, postponing. He keeps postponing. He keeps postponing. So yeah, and then that was it. We never spoke about the car with Elizabeth. We never spoke about the car with Giuseppe. We never spoke about the car with Tad. That was it, guys. I forgot completely, because mind you, when I was living at Giuseppe, a whole lot of things was going through my mind. A whole lot of things was going through my mind. So I forgot about that completely. And then I moved in with Elizabeth. When I moved in with Elizabeth too, I completely forgot. I completely forgot about it until I came back here. I came back here too, and then John, the security, was the one who spoke about the car for my mind to come back in the car. When I went to Quebec number 2, where Michael used to live, one of them, which is Gossin, Mr. Gossin, he asked me about the car, that where was my car? And then I told him that, oh, my car was with the American. That is sad. So he promised to fix it. Guys, I'm a bit sick, so excuse me. Yeah, I'm back. So my car is with him, and he promised to fix it. So when I said that, he never said anything again, and then we moved on from that. So fast forward to me coming here during the raining season, sleeping on the floor, getting the pneumonia, going to the hospital. After the hospital, I went to a place called Le Saloon. Le Saloon, I took Tad and Elizabeth there to show them that this is a place I will be in case they were looking for me. Yes, I took Tad and Elizabeth there. I even took Michael also to Osu, Mr. Daniel's place. He also had my car for some time. When he wanted his money back, I took a loan of 10,000 from him. He also had my car for some time. He also hosted me for a month. So I took Michael also there in case they were looking for me. Then they will find me over there. This is what happened. Guys, let me check. Sometimes it doesn't record. Yeah, it's recording. Yeah. So this is actually what happened. So me, I went to Le Saloon first, and then when I went there, I slept overnight, and then the guy told me he couldn't accommodate me, so I should leave. And then I packed my stuff, and then I went to Flair's place. Guys, mind you that at the hospital they didn't treat me. They only gave me one drip. From all the drips that I bought, I still have some in the car. Someday I'll show you with my blood. Someday I'll show you. So I went to Flair's place. Flair is Robin's sister. So when I went to Flair's place, Flair also didn't take me in. She actually called the police. I stayed there a bit, and then I went back to Le Salon. And then at Le Salon, that was when I told you that Julian came and said that he was a doctor, so he's come to check up on me. And then he took me to his place, which is in Achimota, the Achimota Golf. He took me over there. So he took me over there, and then I stayed for some time. So during my stay over there, that was when I recovered. Guys, mind you, Julian used to like wake me up because I was always sleeping. So sometimes he wake me up, and then I would think I'm sleeping outside. So I was giving the reaction. I think he came to also study my progress and everything. So sometimes I could put things there so that when I wake up, my mind will come back. Guys, I wasn't myself. And if Julian can testify to this, I wasn't myself at all. So I was just there one day, and then it hit me. Let me call Tad. So I called Tad with my phone at the time. It didn't have internet, it didn't have anything. They call it the Yam phone in Ghana. I tried calling, it didn't go through. I even sent a message, it didn't go through. So that was when I called Elizabeth and I was like, Elizabeth, I just remember, because my mind, sometimes I remember certain things, then I forget, then I remember again, then I'll forget. So I was like, Elizabeth, um, I just remembered you told me that my car was with a certain mechanic, because I've been calling Tad over and over and over and over again. It doesn't go through. I've sent SMS, it doesn't go through. So can you text Tad that I need the car? If he can't fix it, at least he should show me where the car is. That's what I told Elizabeth, and I forwarded Tad's number to Elizabeth. So I was there when Elizabeth sent me a number, that is the mechanic's number. So I called the guy, we spoke on the phone, and then we scheduled a date to go and find homes. And that was when we went to Abofu, and then Holmes was there. I found Holmes, and when I arrived, from the stories that I heard, the car wasn't with any mechanic. The car had been with the towing guy who took the car since how many years? 1.5 year or so. The car has been with this towing guy the whole time. So there was no mechanic, there was no Tad having the car. But when I called, then they went to put the car at that place, that mechanic place. That is the story they told me. Until I asked Elizabeth to confront her that, Elizabeth, is it true that the car wasn't with a mechanic? And then she said yes, it was the towing guy. So that was when I got the car. So I started sleeping in the car. Mind you, I didn't have anything. I didn't From the accident, I didn't have anything. So the 3 bags that I had, which is this red bag. I don't know if you can see. There is a red bag here. 1 minute, guys. Yeah, guys, sorry for that. I cut a bit. I got a call from Marco. Yesterday I called him and he couldn't reply. So he just called me right now. Yeah. So the red bag and then the black bag, that's my stationery, and this one had my clothes. So my stationery and then my shoes, I had like a few shoes, and then my I had like 4 or 5 shoes with my bathing stuff in a small bag, which I burnt in Togo. It's a Victoria's Secret bag. I bought it from the Turkish airport when I was coming to Ghana. I burnt that one in Togo. And my red bag and my black bag, that's what I had. And then I went into the car. And the beginning, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. I faced challenges, I faced difficulties. One, because the car was locked, you know, so there was no air. Excuse me. There was no air at all in the car. There was no air flowing inside the car. So it was difficult for me to breathe. And like I said before, guys, it wasn't easy. My mind wasn't on the fact that there were those small fans, the rechargeable fans or the battery fans. I never even thought about that. Elizabeth and I were not really in good terms, and every time she would call me, it was to belittle me and to maltreat me, for me to cry. So I wasn't even calling to ask for certain things from her. It was just me and the people who would send me like 100 CDs, 50 CDs. Back then, was Michael even sending me money at that time when I first moved in Abofu? Anyway, to, to fast forward this thing, I kept going to Palace Mall. Sometimes, yeah, I kept going to Palace Mall from time to time. Then once in a while, I think I'll go to Elizabeth. Elizabeth at that time was staying with her auntie, Victoria. You've seen her in one of the wedding videos in Kubekrom. She was staying with her at that time. Yeah, she was staying with her at that time. Guys, it's even, you can see like the way I'm struggling to remember stuff. So remember back then when I wasn't comfortable and happy like the way I am now. Imagine. I wasn't even thinking of the fun. So I would stay in the car. I didn't have the pillows. I didn't have the bed sheets and all that. None of that. So it was difficult. But I'll go to Palace Mall for some time, stay there. And then one day I was there when one guy from Totulium, I actually met him at Totulium. His name is Tafo. I met him at Totulium, one of Totulium parties, and then we were sitting down and then we were rapping together. That's how we connected that night. Because me, when I drink, I do stuff. Everybody is my friend. I hug everyone. I do stupid stuff when I'm drunk. So we were just sitting down, rapping. That day, yeah, we were rapping, and that was when we became friends. So I met him at Palace Mall before. I even have a video of him. I think my visit to Palace Mall, we met there, we had a conversation, I did a video, and then that was it. I left, and then I met him again. So I was sitting down when he came. He came with, I don't know whether it's his friend or his cousin. His name is Hassan. So I was there when they came. They came and then they convinced me that I should move in with them. Guys, me, no matter where I am, no matter my situation, no matter whatever, I still have my pride in me. So I was like, and before then, everywhere I go, people complain, people treat me certain type of way that I don't like. So I was like, guys, I use a lot of water. Is that okay for you? And then they said yes, it's okay for them. So I moved in with them. I moved in with them for like I think 2 weeks, 2 weeks or so, and then Tafu let me go. When I was leaving, guys, I was sick. I was sick when I was leaving. But when they took me, Hassan gave me, was it 500 cedis or 200 cedis? I don't really remember the amount he gave me. So I went to the military hospital. At the military hospital, they gave me injection. They gave me injection, but it wasn't still enough. I was still sick. I could still feel the pain around here. And I was spitting flames, a lot of flames I was spitting out. So they, yeah, I went to the military hospital and then got treatment. I came, it wasn't enough, and then they let me go. So even there, I was also looking for help. I gave them Onder's number, which his WhatsApp, the picture was there and everything, and I was texting him and all this type of stuff, you know. And then he let me go. So he let me go, and then I arrived in Abofu. So one night I was there. At that time, guys, I didn't know Abofu. I didn't even know that there was a place called Abofu. I didn't even know that there was a place called Abofu. So I was just there and I started walking around. So I started walking around. The first thing I saw was at the entrance of Abofu, where the car is, there is a hotel, the long term hotel at the entrance. I saw that first, and then I walked all around, and then I saw like a little clinic. So I went in there and then I asked if I could bring my injection for them to inject me because, mind you guys, I didn't have any money. And when they let me go, they didn't give me any money too. So I kept on looking for help. And then they said that no, it's not allowed there. So I had to find another place. So I kept walking. And luckily, boom, I just saw a big hospital. I forgot the name of the hospital. A very huge one. Huge hospital. I saw it and I walked back. Took no, I went in and then I begged them that I'm sick, I don't have money, but then I have injection on me. So I'm begging them if they could inject me, then maybe I'll pay for the injection, like the work price. I'll pay for it. And then they spoke to the doctor, and then luckily that doctor is a God sent. God bless him, God bless his soul, and may God give him a good place. He told me that yes, I could bring it. So I went back, brought the drips, and then they gave me the drips. I went back to the car that night. I couldn't sleep. I tried sleeping, I couldn't sleep because the medicine was working. The medicine was really, really working on me. So I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep at all. And then I walked all the way to the hotel, the long term hotel. So when I got there, I saw the lady, the receptionist. Her name is Bernice. So I saw her and then I told her that this is the situation. So I want to lodge in there, but one, I don't have the money, I don't have the people, but then I will give Mr. Under's number because I don't have WhatsApp. I try calling, it doesn't go through because I have a Ghanaian number and then he's using Turkish number or Romanian number. And the credits I even had on my phone, it wasn't enough to call international. So, and she agreed. She agreed. So I went back into the car, took that bag that I burnt in Togo, the Victoria's Secret bag. It was just like the purple bag I bought before. It was just like that. So I took that and straight I went to the hotel. She lodged me in. So that night I asked, okay, this is my situation, but I'm going to give you my voter's ID card so that you keep it because in life you never know. So that you keep the ID card, whatever happens, then we will take it from there. She said, okay. So I gave her the ID card, gave her the number, saying in the morning I'll come and then text. So I went, she gave me a room, and then she told me that the room it's from I think it was it 350 upwards, 350 Ghana cedis upwards. That was the price of the room. Guys, I don't remember the price actually, but this is what I remember. So if anybody knows this story, you can correct me if I am wrong. So I went in, slept, woke up in the morning, and then I went there. I went there, asked for breakfast, and then she told me that, oh, I've sent a message to the person, but then it hasn't gone through, and the person hasn't replied. And I said, oh, don't worry. Sometimes, with these diplomats, with these higher, you know, people, they use technology. That is why I said they use technology to fuck me up. They use technology. Sometimes you can send a message, it will go through, but it won't show that it has gone through. So you should give time. And I was even shocked and surprised why she sent the message because I had told her that the next morning I will be the one sending the message, but I didn't bother or anything. So yeah. And then I slept there. The next day again, she told me still there is no reply to the message. So I took the phone and then I did a recording that, hi, Mr. Honda, this is me. It's really me. It's not anybody, but the person who sent you this message is the receptionist. So yeah, that's it. So I was there treating myself, reading my book. I had a book reading and everything. So sometimes I'll go to Tafu's place. I'll go there, do some stuff, take whatever, then come back to the hotel. Then I wake up very, very early in the morning. Where Holmes was, I will go and before I even left there to Tafu's place, I wake up in the morning and I sweep the whole place, burn the rubbish, go inside the mechanic, sweep the whole inside of the whole mechanic shop, gather it and then burn it until the boys there started sweeping inside the mechanic. So I'll sweep only the outside. So I'll wake up from the hotel, go sweep, and then go back to the hotel. Sometimes and I found a tiger cat. So I will go and then I'll feed the cat. So in the morning I'll take the breakfast, wrap it, go sit on the car, eat with the cat, and then sweep the place. And I'll go back to the hotel, take my bath, and then I'll sleep or watch something on the TV. I'm not really really the TV type. I don't really watch TV, but I'll watch something on the TV. That was what was I was doing all the time. So one day I was there when um Belinda's friend, who is called Yesu. His name is Kwabena, but I don't know if the Yesu is his nickname. Kwabena is like the day of the week. So the day you were born on, then they'll name you. It's like an Ashanti name that they give to people who are born. Like me, I'm a Sunday born, so they will call me Akosia or Essie. So that's what I know. His name is Kwabena. That's I don't know his English name, but I know that they call him Yesu. So I don't know if the Yesu is a nickname or whatever. And Belinda is Tad's husband. So Yesu came that day. He took me to go and buy food, and then he came. I was eating on the bed. We bought plantain with palava sauce stew. I was eating on the bed, and Yesu was sleeping on the bed whilst I eat. So we were even talking. I was even telling him about Nigerians, how they are frustrated and all this. We were having a conversation, how they are frustrated and all this type of stuff, and why shouldn't they fraud their ministers into making them work on their country, but they are rather frauding foreigners, people, instead of working hard. This is the conversation I was having whilst eating, and then he was just sleeping on the bed like this, and then I was eating. And I even spoke about Turkey, how they are bringing the satellite into Ghana and all this type of stuff, how my help contribute. He took me to the places that I used to live with Yuval, my Israeli dad. That those were the places that he took me to. So I showed him all those places. There was even a pet shop. We went to a pet shop. That pet shop, back then when I was living with Yuval, I wanted a parrot from that pet shop. So he took me there. He took me to that pet shop, and then I showed him the house that we lived in and everything. I was like, oh, I lived in this house with my Israeli dad and all this type of stuff. There was even a hotel. He moved from the house to a hotel. I even showed him the hotel that we also lived in as well. That place we used to go there, Michael, me, Rebecca, all of us with Mr. Samuel. That's Rebecca's their father. Then I'll cook and then we will sit on the dining table and we will all eat together. I showed him there. I spoke to him about all this type of stuff before we bought the plantain and then we came. So we were speaking about stuff and I was like, oh, Turkey, I'm the one who is bringing all this stuff in there. And then he left. He gave me 100 cities and he left. When he came, he was holding like a tablet like that. And then he brought a new car, a DV car. So let me check. Okay, I'm still on. I have to keep checking before I just talk. Yeah. So and then he left. So he left. The next day, did I go anywhere? I didn't go anywhere. And then no, I went somewhere. I went to Palace Mall. Was it the next day or no? 2 days after. 2 days after, I went to Palace Mall. So Palace Mall and Tafu's place is not that far. It's far, but it's like 10 minutes drive. But if you walk, it's like 20 minutes to walk there. But I used to walk there. So I went to Tafu's place, went to the mall, and then the 100 cities. Mind you guys, I told you that I didn't have anything, so I was buying things slowly. So the 100 cities, there was a huge sale at the outlet, and then they were selling like bralettes for 20 cities, panties for 20 cities. So I bought like two bralettes and then two panties, which was everything was like I don't know 60 cities or 40 cities. No, it was 40 cities actually. 40 cities remaining 60 cities. And then I came home. I washed everything and then I washed everything. The next day I went to Tafu's place. So I came back at in the afternoon, like around 3. I came back and then Bernie said at that time I didn't even know her name. So they kept telling me that I have to pay. It wasn't even up to 5 days. Like I think the fourth day or the fifth day is when Bernice told me that I have to pay. If not, I will leave. But on the fourth day, there was another guy who also works with Bernice. So I told that guy that can I talk to the manager of the place or the managers, because I came looking for Bernice, I couldn't find her anywhere. So can I see the managers or the manager of the place so that I can deal with her, directly, and then tell her the situation, her or him the situation, so that we will find a way to solve it. If Onda will contact her or him personally, and then the guy said he will get back to me, which he never did. And then the next day I came and Bernie said, in the next day, in the morning when I was leaving, it was different. She asked for the key, and I gave her the key with an innocent mind, with a clear mind. I gave her the key. thinking, oh, maybe they are going to clean the room or something. Guys, I didn't even think about it or something. So I gave her the key. So I came back around 3 and she said she won't let me in unless I pay. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? How am I supposed to pay when I've already told you everything? I sat down with you and then I spoke to you. I told you everything, and then now you're telling me that you won't let me in, so I have to pay. What is going on? So she invited me to the office, and then I went into the office with her to talk. So I was like, that time when I came back from Tafo's place, I went directly to the mechanic shop. I went into my car and I smoked in my car. That was the only thing that was making me sleep. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat properly. I'll buy the food. If the mechanics can testify to this, I'll buy the food, then I'll come and throw it away. Me, that is how I am. That is why I have a shield. When I go to a new place, the foods that they sell on the street, I can't eat them. When I eat, I vomit. The mechanics, they can even testify to that. I was vomiting. I will buy different types of food, bring them to the car, stay there, throw them away, and I'll cry. Like rice, kenke, banku. I was throwing them all out, throwing them all away, vomiting. So inside the office, she was like, "You have to give me the money." Nah, and I'm like, "Oh, chill. I've given you the number already, so relax. No matter how much the money piles up, they are going to pay the money, so why don't you relax for me?" And then she was like, no. She started being a bit vulgar. She started screaming and stuff. And then I saw her standing. She packed the key from the table, and then I saw her standing up walking towards the gate to lock me and go out. Guys, I'm not stupid. That's why my name is Graciela, and I'm United Graciela, because that Graciela, it comes with so many names. I saw her going to lock me, and she's a very, very chubby lady. I saw her going to lock me, and then I ran out of the hotel. I ran out of the room. So I ran out of the room, and then I went to outside the hotel. Not outside where the car park is. But once you go out, there is like a wall and they've planted flowers. So I sat on the wall. I sat on the wall, sitting down, and then she came out. So immediately she came out, the main gate was open. She came out, another big fat lady. She can't even walk. She drove in, parked the car, and then went. No, she stayed in the car. So her daughter is also chubby. She's also a chubby girl. I think she had picked her from school. So she came in. She came in. She went into the office that the Bernice lady was about to lock me in. That's where she went into. And then she dropped her bag and she came and then she sat next to me. And then Bernice went to the gate. That hotel, there is a church. They have a church in the hotel. So Bernice went to stand by the gate, and then behind the gate, she went to take a broom. And then she came to stand by the gate. And then she looked at somebody where the church is. She looked there, and then she gave somebody a signal. She was doing like this, and then she was holding the stick like this. So when she held the stick, that's when I realized that there's something fishy going in here. What is going on here? Because I spoke to you nicely, politely. I even gave you my ID card. There is no way I'm going to run anywhere. You have the number of me. So where am I going to go to? But this thing is something fishy going on. So I just sat there. And then that was when I was like, okay, I'll give you my car key. I have two car keys. I'll give you one. I'll go in the car. Whatever the case is, you have the key as a backup, and then you keep it. So whatever she stood there looking at me and laughing, not knowing she was stalling for something. She was actually stalling for something. So guys, I saw her coming with the stick, with the broom, and then I stood up. And then I did this. I made like a fist like this, waiting to fight. And she stood there and she laughed. She laughed. So when she was laughing, I was like, is this a joke or what the fuck is happening here? What the hell is happening here? So when I was going to sit down, my bag. I still have it, like a one hand bag. I still have it. It fell. That was what I was holding. It fell. I had like the car key. I had like a where like I got like a weed weed like marijuana. I got marijuana like a bag. When I say a bag, you people that smoke marijuana, you understand what I mean by a bag of marijuana like this. I got it in the car, in my bag. So, and then I had rolled one. The one that I rolled in homes and I smoked in homes, it was also it was left with like a tiny little bit. It was also in it. I was also in it. So it all fell down. It all fell down. And then I was like, that's the car key. So she told me that I should go and bring the car. And I'm like, no, it's not possible for me to bring the car. That time, guys, the car didn't have ties or nothing. So it wasn't possible for me to bring those ties at the car. So the girl sitting next to me walked on the key and then came back to sit down. That is what happened. She walked on the key and then she came back to sit down. And that was when I took me, when everybody who knows me knows that when I smoke, no matter how high my temperature is, I'll calm down. Because the fist that I made, I was ready to fight. But then when I saw her laughing, I just, let me see. Okay, still recording. I just calmed myself down. I just calmed myself down. And then I took the marijuana and then I smoked, calmed down, and then she stood there laughing. So around like it was dark, it got dark. It got dark, and then she told me we are going to the police station. I was like, what the hell is happening right now? And me, I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to hide. I haven't done anything to anyone or whatever. So I was like, okay, let's go. So we went. So on our way, I was like, nah, let me go and check in my bank if the message that she sent, maybe there've been a reply and then they've deposited money into my account. So I told her that I had worked. Me, when I go somewhere, sometimes I spy the place. It depended on my mood. So I spied the place and then I realized there was a bank. There were banks by the edge of the road. So I was like, let's go to that side and then go and then, what is the name? Check. So she followed me. We went to the first bank. I tried withdrawing. I couldn't. And then we went again. We couldn't. That was when she held me by the neck. She held me by the neck. I have to provide the money. I have to provide the money. So she held me by the neck and dragged me all the way to the police station. She dragged me all the way to the police station. And then when we went to the police station, guys, inside the police station, I don't know. I think I was sitting. The lady told me to wake up so that I should wake up and go and stand by the counter bar so that she would sweep there or something like that. I don't remember that side. And then I was like, nah, I'm not going to the counter back there. I've never been to counter back and I'll never go there. That is what I told them. And then, I don't know, the police told me to go and write a statement, And then I wrote the statement that I've been arrested. Because, guys, when we arrived and I was talking to the police wasn't listening. Because Bernice had told the police, me, I don't even know when they had this discussion, that I came to the hotel, I slept there, and then now she's demanding for her money. And I'm saying that, and then I started running. That is what the Bernice girl told the police, that she demanded for the money, that I give her. It's still recording. This phone, it treats me lately like it keeps going off and on, so I have to check all the time if it's recording. So yeah, so and I started running, and then the police was like, so I don't even know what happened, but the police took me to another room and then gave me a paper that I should write. So I wrote, I have been arrested. That's all I wrote. Because at the end of the day, you wouldn't want to listen. If I was running, will I still be sitting here? I wouldn't be sitting here. So fast forward, let me wrap it. But the police put the handcuffs off me, and then I don't know. I called Elizabeth and I told her I was arrested because, guys, mind you, at that time I wasn't talking to Elizabeth. I wasn't talking to even Michael or any of those people. So I don't know what happened. She took my phone and she took my bag. She took my phone and my bag. They put the handcuffs on me. And then I came. No, I had the bag on. I had the bag on. But then they left me inside the room. And then they went to sit outside. The police and the Bernice lady, they went to sit outside. So I sat there for a while with the handcuffs on. And then I went to the police to tell the police that they should transfer me to the cantonment division of office. Because there, I've been there so many times. This woman here arrested me there. The embassy, they took me there, so they know me, and the police said no. So I was like, what is the car there for? They should take me because I feel like my life is in danger. Because what happened, I didn't even understand what happened. How can I discuss something with you, go out, come back, and you've switched? Like, what the hell is going on here? Because I didn't know what was going on. I swear I didn't know what was going on. And the police said no, he will not take me anywhere. So they were there talking. And then I went to stand by the car, demanding that they should come and take me to the cantonment police station, demanding. And that was when the police came that they want to take the handcuff off. And I was like, nah, my life is in danger. I'll not allow them to take the handcuffs off. They should take me to the cantonment police station. The police said no. So another policewoman, the policewoman who told me to go to the counter back, she came. She came and then they grabbed me. They put me on the floor and they grabbed me. I fought not for them not to take the handcuffs from my hand. So Bernice had my bag, and then I kept praying. I was on the floor. The police woman was hitting me whilst I was on the floor. He kept hitting me, kicking me with her shoes, kicking me with her shoes whilst I was on the floor. The other one too kept holding me, like dragging me. So even I had like bruises all over here, bruises of handcuffs and of all this stuff all over my. She kept grabbing me until she was able to take the handcuffs off, and then she and the police lady, they left to the room. So Bernie still had my bag, and then a pickup. Before they left, a pickup car also came. The police pickup car, they also came, and then they brought out a whip. The policeman really whipped me because my ass, all the side of my ass, was bruised. It was bruised. All the side of my ass was bruised. And then after beating me, he told me to go and sit there. So I stood there, and then they drove off, leaving Bernice and I alone. So I went to sit. It was a wall. I went to sit by the wall when Bernice came to sit. And then I stood up to walk when she grabbed me. So the whole time that the police was beating me, she was holding a huge stick. Like me, I thought it was metal. Because when I sat and she came to sit next to me, mind you, she had my bag, she had opened in my bag, she had taken the weed out, and she was like, you are even lucky I didn't tell the police that you have weed in your bag. You are lucky. You are lucky. So I stood up. The moment when you stopped talking, and what the police had already done to me, I was aggravated. I was very, very mad. I was very, very angry. And the way she came to me and was like, and first holding my bag, secondly opening my bag, and then bringing out the weed and saying, you are lucky. It's like you are threatening me. You are lucky I haven't told the police. You are lucky I haven't told the police that let me cut this and then record another. Guys, I had to cut and record because I can't be going back and forth looking at the camera. I don't know. Today it hadn't cut, but a few times it keeps cutting every time I talk. You are lucky I didn't tell the police that you have weed in your bag. So I stood up to go. She held me by the neck like this. She held me, and then she hit my head, this side of my head, with whatever she was holding. That was when I started screaming to the police that help me, help me, help me. Somebody call an ambulance because, guys, I saw blood flowing on my face. That is what I saw. But you see, when I was on the floor, I was screaming, Father, help me, Father, help me. In the name of Jesus, Father, help me. So when she held me by the neck and hit my head like this, I felt blood oozing out. And so I went to the police was like, don't come here, don't come here, leave, don't come here. So I went back, and that was when the pickup car came, and my head was like this, my forehead, this head was like this, yeah, was like that. And then they let her take me to the hotel. So on the way to the hotel, she kept holding the stick. She kept holding the stick, following me, and then saying, walk fast, walk slow, hey, walk easy. Why are you walking so fast? If you joke, I will hit you right here. Ah, walk slow and let me see. Why are you walking so fast? You think that I can walk like you? Calm down before I hit you with this stick again. So that's what was happening. And then I kept my cool, kept my calm. We walked all the way to the hotel. She went inside the room with me, packed everything, and I also packed. I had washed, packed everything. I had my medicines and stuff by the bed. I took everything. She went the hotel. There was a very very small room inside the hotel. So she went in there and then she put me in that room, and I stayed in that room overnight. So I kept waiting. The next day she wasn't coming, and guys, that was when I started throwing tantrums because the cleaner came, and then I was like, "Can you call that lady for me?" She wasn't coming. I started throwing tantrums, guys. Started throwing tantrums, screaming in the hotel, screaming. And then that was when that she came, and then she told me that because the whole time this incident was happening, before she took me to the police station, I was telling her that she should listen to me and then follow me to go to the mechanic where the car is and at least see the car. Because if you don't want the key, just see the car so that you can know that I'm there, I'm not going anywhere, and I'll bring you your money. I'll bring you your money. But she didn't listen. But then that day when I threw the tantrum, she was like, now we can go to the car. So she and one old man followed me to the car. And by the car, guys, I was like, I had the spare key inside the trunk. I had the spare key. She wouldn't give me the key. She wouldn't give me the whole time. She had my phone. I don't know who she was talking to on the phone, who she was, but she kept making calls with my phone, making calls with my phone, making calls with my phone. And then when we went there, she said she is the one who wants to open the car and bring whatever is in there. And I was like, I will never let that happen. When we arrived, all the mechanics, they were outside the shop. They were all standing outside. There is where she dragged me on the floor. Guys, I was on my period. So even at the police station, I took my period out and then I threw it. She dragged me on the floor. She dragged me on the floor. So what I was wearing, I was wearing a nude shorts, just like this one, a nude one, just like this one. But short at this one, but it was nude and it was more lighter. That's when she dragged me, and then my ass torn. She dragged me on the floor with my back because I was in my period. So when she started dragging me, I laid flat like this, and then she dragged my back, and then the blood, like I started having blood and bruises at my back. She held me by the neck. She even went to the car, opened the driving side with the key, did whatever she wanted to do to me, and then they all stood and watched. And then she went back without giving me my phone. The mechanics kept telling him that at least he should give me my phone for me to make a call, because maybe I can call somebody who will come and help me pay the bill. And prior to this, guys, I told you that what is the name? This guy, what is his name? One of the Slavicia's friends, I forgot his name. Uh, Goran. He took me to the beach. So when I was vomiting for me, he took me to the beach. So on our way back, the Lebanese ambassador called me. He's the Lebanese ambassador for Egypt. He called me and then he told me that he would send me money. So this is what I was waiting for. She said she would not give me the phone, she would not give me the bag. So my bag was inside the hotel, plus the other bag on her, plus the other bag that she was holding, and my phone. She took all those stuff and left. So I went to tell one of the mechanics to come and open the trunk for me so that I'll take the spare key out and be using it for the meantime. And then he didn't do it. But the door was open because the Bernice girl had opened the door. So I started living without phone, without money, without nothing. So in the mornings, I'll go and beg the mechanics for money to go and buy food, or I'll go down there with people around. Sometimes I'll stand by the overhead. They'll give me money, then I'll come and get food, or I'll go and beg the people down there, and then they'll buy food for me. This is the life that I was living in Abofu, begging, begging, begging. So I'll go to Bernice, and Bernice will beat me in the hotel to go and ask for my stuff, and she'll beat me. One time she beat me. My eye was closed for like 5 days. This eye I couldn't see. I couldn't see. So I kept going to Tafu's place to go and ask for help. But when I go, Tafu wasn't around. Tafu wasn't around. And Tafu their windows. I cleaned Tafu's room. I decorated the whole room. So I knew where everything was. And then their cardigans, their hoodies, they are by the windows, and they don't close the windows. So guys, my ass was torn. I was walking with my ass torn. I will walk all the way from Abofu to the embassy. I walk all the way from Abofu to cantonment here. I walk all the way from Abofu to East Airport looking for help, begging on the street. Around Palace Mall, where there was the fuel station before, I will go there and I'll beg. Nobody will help me. I will go and look for Tafu, no help. So I took the cardigan, I wore it, went to the hotel. She took the cardigan out, dragged me all the way from the hotel to the front of the hotel, dragged me there. I even took the book I had, my blue book. I took it with my EcoBank slip paper to go and show her that I'm a hardworking lady. I've had money in the bank. People send me money from time to time. You should chill and then let me gather money and come and pay. She took the book, torn the book, threw the book out, took out the cardigan, dragged the cardigan on the floor with a stick, came, held me by the neck, dragged me on the floor to the roadside. People were watching, people were watching. Nobody came to help me. I was like, what the hell is going on? But you can't go to a hotel and you haven't done anything and this is happening to you. My camera cut. So I don't know if I told you the part Lawe will prepare and one more and give me. I don't know if it came in the video. But yeah, I went to report it to the police and then they told me that it wasn't in their jurisdiction, so I should go somewhere else. And then fast forward to one day, I was sitting by the car eating rice, eating beans and gari. They call it gobe. And then one guy came, asked what was my problem, and then I narrated the story to him. So he took me to the Bernice girl, the hotel there, and then at the hotel, um, he begged Bernice to give him my stuff. She said no, she will not give me. Fast forward, I came to the car, brought all my car papers, and then I went to give it to her. And then she told me that she can only give me the phone. So she gave me the phone, and then that was when the Lebanese ambassador called, and then I gave him one of the mechanics' number, and then he sent me the money, and he sent me 1,900 Ghana cedis. So I went to give the 1,000 to Bernice because I was owing 1,900. 1,950. 1,950. So I went to give the money to her. I gave her half, and then she gave me the car key until I think the next month or the next 2 months. The Lebanese man also sent me another money, and then I went to pay, and then I took my stuff, and then that was when I started reliving again. So yeah, that is what happened to me in Abofu. It hasn't been an easy journey. So my eye bruised, like I couldn't see for like 5 days. That was like a week. I couldn't see, and then with time I recovered from the eye injury, and then the forehead. It took time. It took time for me to heal. So during those times were the time that I will walk from the Abofu to Labone. Labone is where the Turkish embassy is in Labone. So I will walk all the way there and then look for help and go and then tell them my situation. So from the car, yeah, I started living in the car. I started trying to get comfortable slowly in the car. And this is the story of what happened. And until Thad came to me in Abofu, and then the yeah, he came to me one time, and that was it. Until I got sick in the car, and he came to pick me to the hotel, and he bought me like the shower gel and then the body lotion. So that's it. And in Abofu, it wasn't easy. I went through like a whole lot of disgrace, embarrassment, and shame. That's what I went through. The police station I went to report at the Achimota police station, they told me it wasn't in their jurisdiction. I should go to the place that they beat me and go and report again. And then I went there, and they said they didn't have a sheet to write the report on it. They told me they didn't have a sheet to write the report on it, so I left, and then the case died. The case closed. So in Abofu, I would just be there. I was just there walking, begging for food, begging for this, begging for this, until Elizabeth sometimes would send me 50 CDs. Michael would send me 50 CDs, and every time we will fight on the phone. We will fight on the phone. Elizabeth and I will fight on the phone until, guys, I had to be strong. And then every time the ambassador will send me money, I will gather. When I went to the mechanic, one of the guys, the one who first welcomed me, I don't remember his name. He's the one who took out the engine. He's in one of the videos. He took out the engine from the car. He's the electrician who was supposed to do electrical work, and he didn't do it. He was putting the water in it. He's the one who introduced me there. He told me that I should be gathering the money for the man that I and him we worked on this car. So every money that I was getting, I was going there to give it to him. No, the first money I got, I went to give it to him, and then after I was like, nah, if I give him all this money, because now it's like I'm in a place of trap. I don't know who my enemy is. I don't know what's going on. So I'm not going to give him the money. So I'll buy the things slowly, slowly. Sammy also came, but Sammy never helped me. And even with Sammy, they stole from me. They stole from me. So I will go and buy the tie. Then I'll go and buy this. I bought them slowly, slowly, slowly. I told the man that every time I bring it, he should fix for me. And then the man said no, because he has to go and straighten the front before. So even one of the ties that I bought, it got spoiled. So I had to buy a new tie. So guys, I had to use my intelligence and my strength to push, push, push. There were times that when we're fixing this car in that house, there were times that I will go and I'll go and buy fuel in a gallon and I'll come and put it in. Because if I don't do that fast and leave that above, I'll be stuck there for life. So there were times I had to fix certain things myself. I had to put certain things in certain places myself. That was what I was doing before I got out of Abofu. So that woman beat me, dragged me on the floor, did so much stuff. That was when I went to. So what happened is, when the incident happened, that my ass was torn, there was one woman who sells clothing there, and then one of the mechanics gave me 20 cedis to go and buy food, and I bought the food 10 cedis, because guys, I was being economical and I was left with 10 cedis. I went to the woman questioned me, spoke to me about what had happened, and then he gave me a short, like, I even burnt that short, like, it has the color of, like the prison's color, orange. It has the color of orange. It was open to air could pass. So that's what I was wearing with no panty. She also gave me a top. I burnt all those stuff, and I burnt the evidence as well. I burnt all those stuff and the evidence. So yeah, so I went to Tafu, and Tafu warned me never to step there again, never to show my face there again. And that was when there was a rider. The rider took me to the embassy. So at the embassy, the man over there gave me the trousers to wear, and then I wore my trousers. I paid my debt, and then she gave me my bag. And then there were a few stuff missing. The marijuana, it was gone. She made a case that I'm a junkie, a drug addict, to the police, which they didn't arrest me or do anything. And then that was missing. The last money that I had, even to now, I don't know if I had the money or the money was missing. That was the 50 Ghana cedis. That money also disappeared. The money disappeared from the bag. And then, yeah, she gave me the bag back with everything. Nobody arrested her or said anything for the beatings that she beat me, for that, for injuring my eye, for giving me those bruises. Yeah, this is the story of my life in Abofu. But thanks to God, I've been able to fix homes. So home's name was Blessing. When I got the car, I named it Blessing. I saw the car, I loved it, I wanted it, and then I had money in my account. My ex-boyfriend at that time, I always say my ex-boyfriend at that time because our relationship started with being exes. But I don't know why I stayed in the relationship. That is also a story for another day. I don't know why I stayed in the relationship until fast forward, I got my finger broken. That's another story. So I told him I wanted the car, and then he got the car. Like he paid 50 and I paid 50. Yeah. And then that's another story for another day. But then he paid 50, I paid 50, and I was able to fix the car and then move from Abofu immediately to save myself and to save my life. So this is what happened until date, until now. She never gave me my voter's ID card back. She told me that she lost it, and then she lost my voter's ID card. She said she threw the marijuana in the gutter. Yeah, that's what she told me. And then yeah, and what happened here? That's now it disappeared because God was with me. Because I would have been having like a big ball in front of my forehead like this walking around, but it disappeared. There is no bruise or no evidence that this is what happened to me. My eye, thank God, after 1 week, my eye came back to normal. My eye went back to the way it used to be. And then that went, all the bruises on my hands and everything disappeared. And yeah, so this is the story of what happened to me in Abofu. Until date, I don't know who orchestrated that. I don't know who orchestrated that. And I wrote so much shit about Belinda and the husband because Belinda's husband loved my car. He named my car Blue Boy. So I wrote so much shit about them that they were the ones who orchestrated that. Because immediately Belinda's friend came, yes, who came, this incident happened. So I thought it was them. But maybe it could be that the woman saw on this picture with all the flags. You know, we have Sue Market and it's in different branches in Turkey, in Romania. We are billionaires. So with the picture, with the flags, a very, very spiritual, highly important person, you can just see their picture and it will affect you. So maybe she tried stealing from me because the amount of money that she mentioned at the police station, at the mechanics, even at the bank, when I was trying to withdraw the money, she told me it was 3,500. When we went to the mechanics, she told the mechanics it was 2,500, and then later on she said it was 1,900. And then when we went to the hotel to go and beg with the stranger who saw me sitting and crying, she told the stranger that it was 1,600. No, the receptionist, the male receptionist who was there, said it was 1,600. So maybe she was trying to steal from me and it didn't work out the way she wanted. And then she did what she did. Maybe. And then she did what she did. Maybe because fast forward to now, I thought about it. Maybe she was stealing from me, and then this happened. But if this is the case, and I've blamed Tad and the wife wrongly, I I apologize. Life on camera, I apologize because I blame them. So I apologize. Me, I don't mind saying sorry when I'm wrong. I don't mind at all saying sorry when I'm wrong. So I apologize if I have blamed them wrongly. But because of the situations and then the way things went before me going to Abofu, so all the time I thought it was them. And how can you not have my car and you keep lying to me for years that you have the car? That means you want to kill me for the car or something like that. That's why I blame them. But if it's not them, my apologies, and I'm sorry once again. But yeah, this is it. This is what actually happened. And then if she was trying to steal from me too, yeah, then this is what happened. But before, Yesu was the one who came before this incident happened. That is why, and the places that she took me, it was like they were investigating me or something. This is why I blame them. But if it's not them, once again, I am sorry. And then life goes on. Life moves on. I'm okay here. I'm better. I'm okay now. I just saw that Marco sent me 65 Ghana cedis. I'm going to get myself food. I haven't eaten since yesterday, and now it's 12. I haven't eaten also, so I'm going to get myself some food, and then yeah. So guys, thanks for watching my video. Thanks for watching my vlog. I hope you learn, you advise yourself, and then yeah, especially with the expatriate. Don't just go to a hotel and just give your information just like that, or give a highly person their number to someone just like that. And be careful in life. You never know. You never know. I love you guys. I'm alive, I'm well, everything is fine. I've traveled with Homes, I've given Homes a passport, and the journey continues. The journey continues. So, yeah.